This is the trashiest duplex you guys will ever find in Tempe. Let's see if this thing actually makes money or ends up costing me thousands of dollars and possibly putting me out of business. So I bought the trashiest duplex in Tempe because really of three main things. One is the location. You can't beat a better location than Tempe, Arizona, right next to the Arizona State University with tons of applications for tenants. This one should be a good one to keep fully occupied. The next thing is the debt. So I'm going to break down the debt for you guys here shortly, but I got a 3.25% interest rate, guys. Yes, 3.25%. That means the seller basically is paying me to take his money, and we'll get into that a bit later. And the last thing, and one of the most important pieces that you guys all love, is cash flow. Now, if you guys know me, I love to talk about how to increase your wealth. So stay tuned in this video to increase your wealth and increase your cash flow. And I think we're all after the same thing, financial freedom. So let's start with cash flow. Cash flow is probably one of the most important pieces of information when you're analyzing a deal or you're looking for your next rental property to go ahead and dive into first. And the reason I like to look at cash flow first is because I need to really see, is this property not only going to be self-sufficient, but is it going to generate revenue every single month for me and my business? So this particular property here in Tempe, I'll pop it up on the screen right now, is $1,900 a month for my principal, interest, property taxes, and insurance. Yes, $1,900 is very, very low for a duplex in Tempe. So let me break down the number side to give you a better understanding of exactly how we got to the $1,900 a month, the debt. So at $1,900 a month, we got there from a $380,000 principal amount. So we got there from a $380,000 principal amount with a 3.25% interest rate. It puts our total principal, interest, property taxes, and insurance at $1,900 a month, with the rent being $3,600 a month. So $1,700 a month is going to be your total cash flow on this deal. Now, at the end of the day, the cash flow is going to be one of your most important pieces, but also your location and your debt matter a lot. If your location is terrible or if the debt is terrible, then the cash flow sometimes goes by the wayside. So $1,700 a month is going to allow me to set some money away for my capital expenditures. That's going to be your roof, your AC, your water heaters, all of your main expenses when owning a home. I like to set money aside away from those. And that's something that, a lot of people don't necessarily go into, is that cash flow, that $1,700 a month. Sure, it sounds great on paper, but at the end of the day, I don't actually receive the full benefit of the $1,700 a month because of that portion going to capital expenditures. So when a roof goes out and it costs $12,000, you can see how that's going to adjust that monthly cash flow. You can basically kiss cash flow goodbye for, 10, 11 months at least. So the cash flow is great on the deal. Obviously, the location being in Tempe is awesome. Right next to Arizona State University. It should keep our occupancy rate really high and actually allow us to do some other strategies. So those other strategies that we can do, whether it's Airbnb, midterm rentals, or even possibly doing a pad split or like a rent by the room, could even potentially further increase our returns on this initial investment. Let's talk about the actual condition of the property. This is the trashiest duplex you guys will ever find in Tempe. Let me tell you guys, the bathroom, absolutely terrible. The bedroom where they punched a hole in the wall and they put a water bottle in it because they were too lazy to set it on a nightstand. That was really probably one of the most interesting lazy things I've seen a human being do because they just didn't want to put it on a nightstand, which is crazy. The other main thing is just the cobwebs in the house. It was like someone's never seen the house. Like they neglected this house so much that basically animals and insects have inhabited this home and turned it into their own, right? I don't blame them. Hey, shout out to them because at least they're enjoying it. But now that we've actually gone in, we've started to kind of get into the renovation process and the demolition process to take, all the kitchen, bathrooms, some of the drywall we're taking out of the home. And we're just really cleaning everything up so that way we can, refurbish it and get a family moved in. All right, guys, we're here in Tempe, Arizona right now taking a look at this duplex I just purchased. This is the one, I don't know if it's going to bankrupt me or not, but this property is going to be roughly about $70,000 in renovation. So we're gonna do a brand new kitchen, a brand new bathroom. Basically everything is gonna be brand new all the way throughout the home. We're gonna wall this section off right here. So this is actually gonna be 2 separate units. So you're standing in unit A right now. This is gonna be unit B over here. We're gonna do a new kitchen right here for unit B. And then back here, you're gonna see a full brand new bathroom, master ensuite, and full bedroom back here as well. And then a new bathroom right here. So we're gonna do a nice tile shower, brand new vanity. Everything's gonna be brand new throughout this home. This area is actually going to be reconfigured and redesigned. So we may extend this bedroom. We're going to do possibly a bigger closet right here. And then we're going to do a brand new master shower valve. As you can see right here, the old one was just neglected for so long. So we actually had to chip out some of the concrete around it. We're going to need to go in and replace all the underground plumbing right here, and then the new shower valve right here, and everything else looks good. We're probably going to raise up the shower head as well so it's not so low. And then right over to the other side, we're going to do laundry right here for this unit. One of the big benefits of this property is that it's going to be separately metered for electric, and each unit has their in-unit washer and dryer, which adds a significant amount of value for us as investors. We're going to do brand new windows, and then possibly we're looking at doing electrical right here to add in a few more outlets. You have one outlet on this wall, one on this wall, one on this wall, but we were thinking about doing another either outlet or moving your light switch over to this wall. Another thing too is this soffit right here. We're gonna push this up into the attic, and that way when you come in, you don't have a drop down right here. It's just all gonna be one level, and we could potentially do a larger cabinet. So when you remove this soffit, you're able to do a 42-inch cabinet, which just makes it feel a little more elevated on the interior of the space. Obviously, these homes in Tempe were built, between the 60s to 80s. So a lot of the stuff they did back in that time period wasn't up to today's code. So while we're in here doing all these renovations, we actually bring everything up to the 2025 code. So all of your outlets will be all GFCI protected. All of your light switches will actually put on dimmers. Any gas lines, we're gonna test for any gas leaks. This home does have gas, so we're gonna have a gas stove here. It just requires a bit more work to make sure that stuff's not leaky. Stay tuned as we wrap up this Tempe project. This is going to be a major renovation. I cannot stress that enough. This is going to be between about $70,000 to $80,000 worth of work here. Everything's going to be brand new. We have a new video dropping at the end of this month, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel down below.